Hello everyone, this is your teacher Anuradha Dubey once again before you with explanation of another chapter from class 12 Flamingo, the last lesson. Actually this is the first chapter but it is named as the last lesson. The backdrop of the chapter is Franco-Prussian War. In Franco-Prussian Wars, the leading contestants were Germany led by Hitler and Prussia. In the present story, two of the districts of France, Alsace and Lorraine, have been defeated by German army, and an order had been issued from Germany that German will be taught in the schools of these particular districts in place of French. The theme of this chapter is linguistic chauvinism. As we know that people of every country are particular about their basic culture, their caste, their creed, their language and their identity. In this chapter, the people of France are very emotional and sentimental about the preservation of their language, that is French, because they have this the language German has been imposed upon them. The people of France are very much saddened, they are very much grieved that they are not entitled to pursue their language any longer. In this story, there are two major characters which we are going to observe. The narrator is a schoolboy, his name is Franz, and another character is a teacher, Am Hamel, quite experienced, a person who has spent 40 years teaching French to the people of this district. Where the chapter starts with the acceptance of Franz. He is going to school, he is a little late. He doesn't want to go to the school as he is supposed to prepare a lesson on participles, but he has not done so. The teacher is very strict. This boy is very much afraid of getting scolded by teacher Am Hamel. So on the first go he thinks of running away from that. Moreover, the outside environment of the winds, the woods, the warm bright sun, the chirruping of birds, the drilling of Prussian soldiers, all these sights are so charming. The child is tempted to stay out of the school and spend the day in out only. But somewhere the fear of teacher is working and he decides that he must go to the school. When this boy is passing through the main building, the town hall of the city, he passes through a bulletin board. This bulletin board is working like a media network, and every day all the news related to the war are printed or written over there on the bulletin board, and people come to know about the happenings in the war through the bulletin board. Today when the boy Franz passes through it, he sees that there is a lot of crowd outside the bulletin board. He gets a little curious what is going on there. And there is a person who comments that there is a lot of time for you to go to the school, boy. But this boy resists the temptation to stay there and goes to school. When he reaches the school, he meets another shock. What happens? Usually the school was full of so much hustle and bustle, so much commotion that the noise of the school was audible in the street itself. But today everything was quite like Sunday morning, as if there is no school. The boy proceeds and witnesses the atmosphere of the classroom through the window in the street, and he sees that everything is quiet. Everyone sitting in the class is quiet. The teacher was roaming around in the class with a terrible iron ruler under his arm, and everything is very peaceful. The boy is very afraid. How should he enter the class? He was very much afraid the teacher is going to scold him badly, but he resists his fear and he enters the class. He enters the class and he meets the first shock when the teacher Am Hamel addresses this boy very gently and says that he was going to begin without him. The boy reaches to his desk and sit down. When he sees the another change in the classroom. The teacher was speaking in a very gentle tone, and he was dressed in a fancy costume, a special costume which he used to wear on the special days like annual function or the inspection days. The boy is very curious what is going on around there. Then he notices that on the back benches of the classroom, the old people of the village like old houser, postmaster, the retired mayor, some of the village people are sitting there just like the students. Again he gets very curious what is going on, and then M. Hamel rises from his chair and informs the class that an order had come from Berlin that from the next day the people of Alsace and Lorraine will be taught German instead of French, and the new German teacher will join from the next day. Resultantly, M. Hamel was supposed to leave the school from the next day. The news was like a thunderbolt to friends. How? How is this possible? How it can be true? He was still a boy. He had not learned French properly. So how can this news be true? Suddenly all the scenario, the physical and the mental scenario of the boy changes. The books which used to seem him a burden, now he feels that these books of old saints and history, they are his old friend. He is not able to bear the idea of getting separated from these books. The teacher who used to be cranky, who was so strict that students were afraid of him, today the boy is, the other students are feeling sympathetic for him because the poor man was supposed to leave from the next day. Then he realizes why the old and reputed people of the village were sitting on the back benches of the classroom with having primers in their hands. These people were very sorry. Why could they not learn their language for any longer? It was by sitting in the classroom reading the book, they were trying to pay their tribute to the language which was their identity. Then M. Hamel starts to teach, and as he was supposed to ask, he asks questions on participles from friends which he does not answer because he has not prepared it. He feels very sorry. Today he could give anything just to give the answers properly. He is very sentimental. Why could he not answer the question? M. Hamel is also very grieving. He says that he blames himself. He says not the students who are not able to learn their language properly, it's not their fault. People who did not send their children to study in the school, they are equally responsible. The teacher who did not did his work sincerely, when it was not his wish, he did not teach the children, he was equally responsible. It was his fault also that the students could not learn in their language properly. Then he goes on to describe his views and thoughts, his feelings about the language French. He goes on to say French is the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical. He also says that it is, if we have complete command over our language, it is as if we are enslaved, we are kept in a prison, but we have the key and we can release ourselves anytime as we want. Then he gives some lessons, he gives some chapters for practice, some chapters for history, some chapters in writing to the little children, some recitation work to other children, and he goes in one and the other, each and every corner of the class. It seems as if he wants to fix each and every side of the class in his eyes. He is so much emotional about the environment which the class used to be. He is so sentimental about his language, about the children who are sitting in the classroom, about the fact that he is forced to leave the language. Meanwhile, a pigeon coos on the roof, and suddenly an idea strikes in the mind of the little boyfriend, and he says, if the Germans are so powerful, can they control the nature? Can they force the pigeons to coo in German? No. But because we are little weaker, that's why we are a victim of this kind of torture. Then there are other sounds like the scratching of the pen on the paper the little students are doing. In the upper room, the sister of M. Hamel is packing their trunks because they are supposed to leave the city next day. M. Hamel wants to say something, but he gets choked. He is not able to speak, and then the ending bell of the school rings. It's the sign that the school is going to end, and M. Hamel again, he has tried his best to make this last lesson memorable, so that the students should never forget what they had missed and how it was when he delivered the last lesson. Then when the time of the class getting over is there, he writes on the blackboard, "Why we love friends." That means long live friends. And because he is so sad, he rests himself on the blackboard. He is emotional. There are tears in his eyes. His voice is choked, suffocated in his throat, and he makes a gesture, "Bye Villa class," and he just makes a move to all the students to leave the class. And with this, the chapter ends. This chapter is a beautiful testimony how our language, which is our identity, should be respected and preserved, because as long as it is with us, we don't care for it. We take it for granted, but as soon as it is separated from us, we will feel how much we have lost. So this was the explanation part of the last lesson. With this, I'm going to end this video. In the next video, that will be the part 2 of the last lesson, we are going to cover the 2 marks question, that are the short answer type questions which are frequently asked in the board exams with the standard answers. Thank you.